One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Y'all thought the game was over. Y'all thought the game was over. We don't kneel the ball, man. We run the score up. Max pressure, let's go! Let's go!
They was on the sideline, chatting on the timeline. Said I never break through, said I hit my decline. Said I didn't have a heart, said I didn't have a mind. Man, I'm about to lap them, leave them all behind. I saw them laughing, I saw them pointing. Now their faces twisted, looking disappointed. I don't feel no pity, I don't feel no care. I just feel the mission, I'm a grizzly bear. I'm a different monster, I'm a new machine. Fuel all the doubt, keep the engine clean. Every time I see them, every time they look, it's an extra rep. It's another hook, it's another jab, it's another play. Till they understand, we don't come to play, we just come to win. We just come to dominate. You can see the future, we the ones that nominated for the whole thing. We want all the smoke, we want all the rings. This is not a joke, we apply the pressure to the pipes burst. We was in the back, now we coming first. We gon' run it up, we gon' make them hurt. Max pressure, run the score up, no mercy. Tear the floor up.
See a hater, we go harder. 1 second on the clock, we just started.
Max pressure, run the score up, no pity. Tear the floor up.
They don't like it, tell them so what? We applying pressure till they all fold up.
1 second on the clock and we up by 40. I'ma call the play, I'ma tell them go for it. This ain't for the sport, this ain't for the statement. Show 'em we the ones that's running the pavement. We don't want a piece, man, we want the whole pot. We want the touchdown when the game should die. We want the home run when we up by 10. We gon' swing the bat again and again. Crush the competition till there's nothing left. We don't care about who we have bereft. There's a hustle takeover, this a full court press. Put them on the stretcher, leave a bigger mess. They gon' wear the white flag, we gon' run right through it. They ask me why I do it, cause you said I couldn't do it. Now I'm on the gas and I cut the brakes. I will not be stopped, whatever it takes. We want all the wins, we want all the glory. We the only ones that's gon' write the story. We want it all, we ain't about to share. Maximum pressure, we don't fight fair. We don't fight fair, we don't fight fair, we don't fight fair. Max pressure, run the score up, no mercy. Tear the floor up.
See a hater, we go harder. 1 second on the clock, we just started.
Max pressure, run the score up, no pity. Tear the floor up.
They don't like it, tell them so what? We applying pressure till they all fold up. But I'm really the whole team. Running this track, blowing off all the steam. You looking tired, I ain't even break a sweat. This is max pressure, is it in your head? Yeah. Ha. I don't see no competition, I just see the prey. I'ma eat them all up, call it a buffet. You can see I'm shaking, you can see I'm scared. Cause they know my drive, they know I'm prepared. This ain't for the weak, this ain't for the soft. I'm the one who's blasting off like a rocket launch. Haters on the ground, looking like ants. While I'm in the end zone doing my dance. Watch me run the score up, that's the only way to play. Put them in the dirt, get them out the way. No pity, no remorse, no second thought. This is for the win that I went and bought. With the blood, with the sweat, with the time I spent. Now you looking stupid for the day you win and land. I'm the final boss on the last touchdown. I'm the home run swing when the game's downtown. 1 second left, I'ma take the shot. Cause I'd rather die than give up what I got.
Will it up, will it up, will it up. Game over. Y'all thought we was gonna stop. We ain't never stopping.
Max pressure. Forever. Max pressure. Forever. Max pressure.
Welcome. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully you are doing very, very well on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. You notice something new? Do you notice something new? I got my old school lower thirds back. I did. And that is thanks to a content creator and developer that I found called MML Tech. They produce a lot of OBS plugins. I was so excited to find this plugin, and I went ahead and I installed it, customized it. I have a video coming out on Tuesday about it, about how I used anti-gravity to customize what they built. But I want you guys, I'm gonna drop a link to their channel in the chat, because I think that you will find their content, how they create stuff, how they come up with ideas, very, very useful. So do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to MML Tech, right? I am Techotroff. We are, above all else, engineered to win. And when I see other people who are engineered to win, I have no problem shouting them out. You see that little mic wave that's happening down there too, that is from them as well. So if you use OBS and you want your streams to be dynamic and interesting, I highly recommend you go check out the work that they do over there. I told them that I'm going to push people their way because it is really, really cool stuff that they do. I'm dropping the links in the chat as well. Go check it out. All right. Today's game plan is we're going to be working on the speech coaching app. We're going to get our dashboard finally working. I think last time we had an issue logging in. Unfortunately, unforced error. So we're going to fix that. We're going to fix the logging in issue, and we're going to review some stories. We have one about someone signing a quit. I think it's called quit claim deed and potentially losing their house. Don't do that. We're going to review that story. I think it comes out of Atlanta, possibly. We're going to look at that. We're going to be talking about driverless trucks. They're expanding. I think in Aurora, maybe Colorado, possibly, unless there's another Aurora that I'm not familiar with. They said they're expanding their driverless truck network. Yep. For the truck drivers out there. I spoke to a truck driver friend of mine this morning, and he's like, I'm not too worried about it too much. So we're gonna go through that. And we also have an electrician apprentice making $43,000 per year. And they said that they are absolutely loving it. And if we have time, we're going to get to a story. A 57-year-old grandmother who's taking care of her six grandkids. And she said that it is a rough life. I'm in a bind, Nate. So if we have time, we're going to get to that one, but that is the game plan for today. But before we do anything, do me a let's take care of some housekeeping. Housekeeping first, right? So first and foremost, still a bit under the weather, so forgive me, but do me a big favor. I'm missing out, right? Housekeeping. To everyone who has subscribed to the channel, a big thank you and shout out to all of you guys allowing me to add, even if it's for 30 seconds, allowing me to add a little bit of value into your lives about this tech world, about how to level up and grow in everything that you do. Thank you guys so much. To all of my tech barbarians, shout out to you guys. We have a Scrum night coming up tonight. We had a vibe code and chill last week. I'm going to be dropping 2 videos. Our vibe code and chill, I'm going to split it up in 2. One video is something that makes me really excited and proud when I see the value that I'm able to bring into people's lives. For example, so this video is going to be Junior sharing with us the app that he built for his photography. So that one makes me really excited because this started like last year. We did like during they had a Lovable had a weekend where it was free, right? And I did a impromptu vibe code and chill before it was called that, a meetup. And I showed how you could use it from no experience. And Junior, not the most tech savvy person in the world when it comes to building stuff, like, websites and stuff like that. But he started using it, and then the last weekend he surprised me. He said, "Oh, I built a photography app to showcase my photography." I was like, what? And I was impressed and I was amazed, and I gave him some ideas and some pointers to take it to the next level. So I'm going to be cutting that. That's going to be one video. And then the other video, is going to be a discussion that we had at techwithtrump.dev about what I coined as the intelligence tax, something that you might be interested in taking a look at, but that's going to be available this week. 2 videos, techcoachroff.dev, and we have our Scrum night tonight that I'll be posting next week. All right, so that's what we have coming up at techcoachroff.dev. So shout out to all of my tech barbarians who work so hard day in and day out. I am so proud of every last one of you. And last but certainly not least, shout out to my tech mercenaries, the YouTube channel members who allow this channel to go across the entire world, getting this tech message out in so many different languages. I get comments from all sorts of people because we are in it to win it. We are just working so hard day in and day out. So to all of you, the very first thing I want you to know is that I appreciate you. I appreciate you. The next thing positive reinforcement or something like that. We are the best.
We the best.
And there is nothing that can stop us. Let's go out there and continue to get it.
Let's get it.
All right, so quick announcements. Tomorrow we have candid conversations. I'm going to have a candid conversation with all of my QA engineers. All of my QA engineers, are you ready? The question is, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready for the AI coding boom? Companies are pushing their engineers to use it more and more. How are you preparing for that? I talk about what we need to do as QA engineers to shift even more left and right and up and down. We have to be prepared because there's going to be so much work coming our way. And if we think that we're just going to say, we're just going to be, I'm going to stick to my traditional processes of, manual QA and now automation QA. Mamala has a message for you.
Do not come.
All right. We have to do it the right way. So I'm going to be having a conversation with all of my QA engineers on how we need to move forward, how we need to plan, how we need to strategize, how we need to lead the effort to find agentic options for QA the same way our engineers are finding agentic options for their work. We need to be doing the same thing so that we can not be left behind, or even worse, get rid of. It's the truth. It is the truth. All right. And we're going to be going live on Tuesday. We're going to be, stop the show. I forgot. So we are officially done with the time cost calculator app for now. I mean, we have a lot more work to do on it, but at the moment we are done. Apple has approved of the app. It is what it is. So I am excited about that, to announce that. I'll be reiterating that on Tuesday, but we're going to be going full steam ahead on our Tech Barbarians coaching portal app, mobile app development. I have one of my QA engineers in training who is working on testing that, setting up their environments, and they've been hitting me up like, hey, is this good? Is that good? We need to set up a meeting. And I am so excited. I'm telling you, when I see the people that I work with one-on-one and I see how diligent they are to learn and to win, I get so excited. It's like a part of my heart just melts. Aww. It's true. It is true. So we have so many things going, and they're going to be partaking in testing out so I have one testing out the Tech Barbarian coaching portal, and I have another one who's going to be working on the speech coaching app, putting everyone to get real life experience where they can actually, because I'm going to be putting these apps in the app store and on the web, and they're going to be like real applications, that gives them an opportunity to put on their resume that they partook in the building and development of these apps. Giving them something to speak about, something to brag about, something to boast about. So that is the type of work that we do throughout the week. That is my main focus, as well as we continue to review what's going on in the tech field, and we look forward ahead, 30, 20, 30, 40 years ahead. Are we putting ourselves in the right position to win? And that's why I like to review these stories coming out from these senior citizens about what is their lot in life, so that at this age now, we can start adjusting. If we don't want to end up like some of the ones that we read about, or if we do want to end up like some of the ones that we read about, what is the proper adjustments to do now? We can't wait till we get right there and then, now I got to do this. It doesn't work that way. All right. So just wanted to throw that out there. Shout out to all of you guys, right? Let me see. Is my chat working? Give me a second. Let me see something. Is my chat working? Test. It is not working. Why is that? Why is my chat not working? Let me try something real quick. Okay. Reload. All right. Let me try that one more time. All right, there we go. Now it's working. Okay, now I can see any chats that come in. Cool, perfect. So what we are going to do, we're going to get into the story first about a quit claim deed. Not a quick claim deed, but a quit claim deed. Start off with our little icebreaker. Read the paperwork before you sign it, all right? Seems a bit obvious, but we read a story on Thursday night, was it? Where this person, they were complaining about their job, saying that they were loyal. They held this company down for 7 years. And they left with nothing to show. But I don't think that was entirely the case. So now, and they didn't properly read the paperwork. So I want to tell you guys, before you sign any documents, make sure you read it. And now in the age of AI, let's say there's like 100 pages of documents. First, throw it through AI and say, hey, can you read this document for me? And can you let me know if there's any place I should go to immediately that could possibly be a problem for me in the future, so that I don't end up on a YouTube video, on the news, talking about I didn't know what I was signing, or on a Yahoo article saying I didn't know what I was signing. I didn't read the paperwork. So let's jump into this little icebreaker real quick. All right. So let's go over to see if this is gonna work. All right. So let's see what this has to say.
New here at 6 o'clock, Channel 2 Action News investigates homeowners think they're signing up for a loan, but they're actually signing away their homes. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray is live now at the Henry County Courthouse. Justin, this is all about the paperwork you sign.
Yeah, a Locust Grove woman signed this document. It's called a quit claim deed. Like many homeowners I've talked to in the past, she didn't quite understand what it does, but it essentially signs over your home. Now she's fighting here at the courthouse to get it back.
Why would I sell them the house for nothing? I mean, just give it to them. It doesn't.
One of the things in bail bonds, like when you are bonding somebody out, when I say we, like when I was part of it, we would ask for collateral for whatever the bond amount was. So let's say somebody has a bond for $100,000, right? Typically, the premium that they would pay, because bail bonds is insurance. You are insuring that, and that's why they call it a surety agent. But you're insuring that the person that you are you're signing the piece of paper for. It's not like you put up real money. You're writing insurance. You're underwritten by an insurance company. Says, I guarantee for $100,000 that this person is going to show up to every single court date, and they're gonna keep these parameters in place, whatever. And if they don't show up, you are liable for the amount of money that the bond is for. Let's say $100,000, or you have to put that person back into custody, so that you can no longer be held under the bond, liable for the bond. So, but one of the rules, at least in Florida, I don't know about other states, probably very similar in other states, is that you could not take a quit claim deed as the person couldn't sign a quit claim deed as their collateral. There would be different things that you could take as collateral, like jewelry and stuff like that. Typically, there's certain things that you don't want to touch, because like if you let's say you need to take like a house as collateral. Do you know how much paperwork goes into like a house how much paperwork goes to like in a house, and the fluctuation in value? Jewelry, it depreciates. It's really hard to deal with all of that. So normally there's certain types of collateral that you're looking for, but one of the things that you were not allowed to take as collateral was a quit claim deed. Like pretty much, basically they are giving you the house, and this is what this lady's about to find out. I don't know if she will get through bail bonds or what, but this is the situation that she finds herself in.
Makes sense.
But look at the record on file in Henry County. It shows Jamie Norris sold her Locust Grove home to TNT Properties Limited for $0. It's because TNT Properties had her sign this document called a quitclaim deed to receive a loan to pay off back taxes.
She said, well, you're not selling your house over.
That's very similar to what I just said, right? In my example, it was for bail bonds, but in their example, it's to pay off back taxes. But she literally gave it to them for nothing, and she had $0. Like, so did she even get any money out of it?
It's just for collateral.
Can you think of any good reason in most situations for someone to sign one of these quitclaim deeds?
No, absolutely not.
Sarah Mancini is an attorney with the National Consumer Law Center who says quitclaim deeds have no place in loans, but they are common in so-called foreclosure rescue schemes.
The person who's claiming to help you is saying they're lending you money to help you get out of foreclosure, but they're in reality trying to steal the ownership of the house.
Norris says TNT was demanding $700 interest-only monthly payments on her $6,800 loan. This summer, TNT filed in court to evict Norris, but a Henry County judge ruled in her favor, saying there is no landlord-tenant relationship.
And I thought they would leave it alone then and we could work out something with the deed, but they went 5 weeks later and filed again. Same case.
Channel 2 Action News Investigates has reported on this happening before. Last fall, the Georgia Attorney General filed suit against a company called Home Saver 911 for allegedly tricking people into signing quitclaim deeds.
Taking a deed when you're making a loan and saying that that's a security is extremely problematic.
He was my knight in shining armor. He came to save me, but he didn't come to save me. He came to steal my house.
I have a question, right? I have a question. Is it wrong what the people did? Absolutely. It is totally wrong. But here's my question. Where does the responsibility lie in the person who owns the property to read what exactly are you signing? Should she lose her house over this? She shouldn't. I mean, because you know what? She's probably going to lose her house for not paying her taxes in the first place, right?
Bruh.
But the way that these people technically stole her house, or did she just give it away to them? Unknowingly? But should she have known what she was doing, right? And this is the tricky part about the whole thing. I think this is gonna sound so bad.
I'm just being honest.
I think that we take away, by us trying to protect people who don't do their due diligence, we don't elevate people to become more knowledgeable, to become smarter. And we just leave people at the bottom because we continue to save them while they're like from the bottom, and we don't do anything to like. In what world are we just signing documents that say, oh, hey, I'm giving this, like, when you get this documentation, how come you're not searching to say, okay, what does this actually mean? If I do this, what's going to happen? How come you're not conferring with other people? How come you're not, I mean, you probably don't, if you can't pay your property taxes, you probably don't have money for a lawyer, but now she's in court. So she apparently she does, I really don't know what's going on here.
Now, TNT's attorney in a phone call with me says the company did nothing wrong, he claims, and he says that if Norris repays the money, they'll give her back the deed. But they now say instead of that $1,600 she was loaned, she owes more than $12,000, including interest fees and attorney fees. Now, TNT's attorney in a phone call with me says the company did nothing wrong, he claims, and he says that if Norris repays the money, they'll give her back the deed. But they now say instead of that $1,600 she was loaned, she owes more than $12,000, including interest fees and attorney fees. They've also gone back to court to file once again for eviction after she won the first round. Now, Sarah Mancini, that consumer attorney, says all is not lost in these cases. If you sign one of those deeds, you still have rights in court to try to fight to keep your home. We'll continue to track this. We're live in Henry County. Justin Gray, Channel 2 Action News.
There are some ways to protect yourself from scams.
See, now I have additional perspective. I have additional perspective on this topic. So she signed this quit claim deed, right? And they gave her a loan to pay off her back taxes for $1,600, right? She didn't pay them back. I mean, if she's not paying them back on the $1,600 to pay her back taxes, what should the loan company do? Is the quit claim deed the right way to go about it? Probably not. Unless she knowingly knew what she signed, because guess what? None of us were there. The news, the lawyers, whoever, they were not there when they were explaining to her what's going to happen. Are they loan sharks? Sure. But why do we always blame the loan sharks for what the person who couldn't go get a regular loan because they had bad credit in the first place, and they go and they get involved, they get themselves involved with these shady people, and then they get bit by the loan shark? Why do we always feel so, like, why are they the victim? If you go looking for a fight and you get beat up, are you really the victim? So this lady didn't pay her taxes. She couldn't find anyone to loan her the money for her taxes. She goes and she finds this company who makes her sign a quit claim deed. Did they explain to her what it was or not? I don't know, right? But apparently she didn't pay them back, to the point where they had to take her to court to evict her. Luckily for her, the judge sided with her. But who does the property belong to? And now, court fees, interest, all that went from $1,600 to $12,000. Yes, $12,000. I can't side 100% against the loan shark company, because you didn't have the $1,600 and they were the only one willing to give it to you under these conditions. No, I don't know. Let me add this thing real quick. Give me a second. Give me a second. Ooh, okie. Let me move that down here. All right, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. All right, cool. So, let me know your thoughts on this. I am a little bit, I have mixed feelings about these situations, because people, they will willingly put themselves into these negative situations, and then they want the world to feel sorry for them for the bad decisions that they choose to make. So let me know your thoughts. Drop me a comment, drop me something in the chat, drop me a comment, all of that good stuff. But let's get to it. Let me go ahead and check the chat real quick, and then we will get into our first working segment. So we got my guy Junior in the building. Hit me with the what's up. What's good, Junior? Do you notice my lower thirds change again? I mentioned it earlier, I found a content creator and developer who creates OBS plugins, and they created because I was eventually going to try to create a OBS plugin for my lower thirds, but shout out to MML Tech. I dropped the link in, I'm gonna also put a link in the description. Please do me a favor, because all right, I'm going to be honest. I'm being a little bit selfish as well. I really want you guys to subscribe to this channel, because he has this really, really cool plugin that he's waiting till he gets to 1,000 subscribers to make available. And it's going to make our chat or our live streams so much more fun. All right. So I'm trying to help him get to his 1,000 because I really want that plugin. Okay, I want that plugin. So, but my guy Junior's in the building. Junior says she should have been evicted, stealing money. Like, I understand the quit claim deed, but here's a question: if the quit claim deed should never be signed, why does it even exist? That's how I see it. That's how I see it. All right. And Junior says that my lower third looks nice. It's playing off my original, what I used to have when I was using the other software. And I tried to recreate it on that one application and it didn't work out too well. And then I said, oh, you know what? I have a video coming out about how I got this together on on Wednesday. And it's going to be really good. So I am so excited. I am so excited. Let me move this up just a little bit. If I can find it. Where is chat messages? All right. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Let's go over to. There we go. Boom. Let's do that. All right, cool. Or I can just move it right. All right, so we are going to whatever. All right, so we're going to be jumping into our first segment of work for today. Basically, what we did last week was we Dockerized the app. We put it on DigitalOcean, but then we could not log in. So what we're going to be doing this week is we're going to get the dashboard working. We're going to get and once we get the dashboard working, we're going to get the mobile apps pointed to the online or the remote Supabase, like the hosted Supabase. And we're going to give it a try and see how it goes, right? So I am going to put up our first 20 minutes on the clock.
It's time to
Put up our new and improved lower thirds. And I'm going to go and log into DigitalOcean on one side. We need to set up our domain as well. Did we? I don't think we set that up yet. So let's go into DigitalOcean. And we have, it's running on this one. And let me see what we did. So it's running on this one that already existed. We say, I think we did the IP. And did we do port 8080 last time? Oh, we did port 3000. All right. So then let me go ahead and, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and do access, launch. Go here. And we're going to do Docker PS. We will do Docker logs admin dashboard. And failed to find server action X. Oh, okay. I did not see that one coming. And that's been happening forever. All right, cool. So on the other side, I'm going to go ahead and open up our WebStorm. We use WebStorm for this one. And we're going to go over to, let's go over here, WebStorm, and this is the different app. Let's go to admin dashboard, new window, or I should just did it over this window. All right, whatever. All right, so we have this. We have our deploy script. The next thing that we want to do is also when we try, let me pull up Superbase as well. Pull up Superbase. Me. There we go. Pull up Superbase. And go to, all right. All right. So I'm going to try to log in to here. Let me see if I see any logs coming through here. Nothing. All right. Let me make sure that this user is also an admin. Let's go to profiles. Okay. Let me make sure that this user is an admin. Let me try login again. All right. So, coding overloaded. I am overloaded. It's back up. Look at again. Look back. That was so weird. That was so weird. No. Right. So we have our dashboard. So here's the issue, right? The issue was last week I created the user, but I had them as an update their role to be an admin, so that's why I couldn't get into here. Okay. So that part is now good. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and we don't need. Let's take a look at what we have over here. Let's take a look over here. Dashboard, users. We have this one. Plans. We haven't done anything with this yet. Offers. That's going to be for the future. But let me see. Can we say we view the user? What do we have in here? Nothing really in here. I don't remember what I was supposed to see in here. I was supposed to see like usage. Let's go to Let's say we go here. When I go to view a user in the dashboard, will I see their usage data so that I have an idea of how the users are interacting with the app? I don't remember, that's why. Let's go to ask. Let's see. I thought I created a new task, but okay. Let me pull this out. Make this smaller. No, you will not currently see usage data based on my analysis. The user profile only fetches the profile table, email, role, join date, and the subscription plan. It does not contain any code to display usage metrics. The database, has tables for defining limits, plan limits, but no table to track actual usage. That would store things like numbers, speech analyzed. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, no. What I'm gonna do is start a new task, and I'm going to say, I would like. All right. So let's say the dashboard is working on DigitalOcean. I would like to be able to pass a parameter when starting the I need to go to another software. I'm going to close this one for now because this is decent enough to have our dashboard up and running. I am going to go to Android Studio. Close out some softwares. Gonna move that. Move this over here. And we're gonna open up Kilo. What in the world is happening here? Whoa. That is crazy. Let me go and take a look at the settings. Plugins. What's going on here? Oh, what is this Gemini in here? That would be interesting to have Gemini integrated directly into Android Studio. Submit data to Google for AI-based developer assistance. We do allow for that. All right, so that's good. Configure Gemini. Use your API key to get the latest models. I have a Gemini key somewhere. Use chat only without project context. Use all Gemini features. Allow context to use to get the full access. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let me see. I know I have a Gemini API key somewhere. No, let's use that. Okay. Okay. Let's say apply. And where are my plugins? All right, let's go to plugins as well. Let's see if there is a kilo code update. Because what are we supposed to do without our what are we supposed to do without our kilo code? Let's get that up and running. And there are some other plugins that they suggested updating too. So let's say update Flutter as well. I know people really like React Native. Maybe the ecosystem, maybe people who are familiar with React, they just adapt to it better. I don't know. Like, I guess because I came up off of Java and I just gravitated to Flutter for some reason. I don't know. Is there anything else that needs to be updated? Dart. Let's do Dart as well. And we don't need this one, to be honest. Let's do that. And we will say restart the IDE. Restart. All right. Got Android Studio back up and running, and we have our kilo code working as it should. And we even have a little bit of Gemini in our life right here. Look at that. Oh my God. It's like back then they didn't know me, but now these AI agents are all up on me. Bruh. So we have this one. Can I pick? Oh no, we don't want that. Let's say we do, what was I typing? Oh, I lost it. So let's go and say, I want the mobile app, or I want the speech app to point to the online version of Supabase. The online version of Supabase, so that, all right, so here's what I want. I want to be able to pass a parameter to when starting up the app, so it can either use the local version or the local Supabase or the remote Supabase, so that we can start testing the app outside of the local development environment. All right. That is what we want. Let's go ahead and send that out to see what it suggests that we do. All right. Why does this one have a Docker? I don't remember why we have a Docker for this one. I don't remember why I have a Docker for this Docker dev. I don't remember. All right. So let me move this over. Okay. All right, so what they're going to be doing is modify the config Dart to support multiple environments, local and remote. Update app lib main to read parameters to initialize base with correct config. Wants to create a new file. Let's say run it. Okay, let's see what's going on. All right, some tests failed. Run it again. I wonder if it knows where that. Okay, I guess it does. Let me confirm that that is the one that we're using. Which it is. Yeah, that is the one that we're using in the dev environment or in our remote environment. So now to test it with local. All right, well, you guys heard we drowned, so we have to actually get to break now. All right, so let me go ahead and check the chat to say hello to my friends who are here in the building. We got my guy Rod Brown in the building. What's up, Rod Brown? And I guarantee you guys this. Next time, this coming Wednesday, when Rod Brown goes live, you will be able to hear his sound effects.
We the best.
And I can't wait. He, you know what? He was not lying. He was not lying when he said he had some really, really good ones that unfortunately we couldn't hear.
Bruh.
But my guy Rod Brown, he sent me this the other day, right? He sent me this. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my goodness, Giffy. Why do you hate me? He sent me this the other day, all right? He sent me this. He sent the Tech Coach Ralph symbol, and I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. So we did it. We did it. I don't know why I can't find it on Gifly though. That really bugs me that I can't actually find it. Let me see. See, when I search for these, nothing. Is it a clip? Nothing. They don't want me to be great. They do not want me to be great. It is what it is. It is what it is. But we got that taken care of. We got that all taken care of. All right. No, you turn that. Well, I was about to say turn that front. No, wipe that. Wipe those tears away because now we are going to have epic Rod Brown. Got my guy Magnetar in the building. Hit us with the boom. What's up, Magnetar? Happy to have you here as always. All right, so we are going to be getting into our first break time topic for today, which is how unfortunate. How unfortunate. Let me fix this thing. I tell you, you just can't get good help nowadays. You cannot get good help nowadays. Where do I have this? This was all supposed to be working. It was all supposed to be working. It was all good just a week ago. I will do it myself. I will do it myself. Where's my, there we go, over here. Let's go over here. Let's see, none of them got updated. Okay, cool. Let me just fix that while I'm here. Let's do that. Let's do that. There we go. Let me go ahead and fix the other ones while I'm here because Didn't work as I expected, but it will. It will. Wonder why though. Let's see what we got. The first one worked. Let's see. We got. Let's take that one. I saw them working. I don't know what happened. Let's go with that. Save apply. And I'll take the last one while I'm at it. I'm telling you, when you are building it in the process, this is the stuff you go through. This is the stuff that you go through, right? Let's take that one as well, the last one, and we are going to do that. Save. All right, cool. So let's try that again. Let's rewind. Let's try that. So our first break time topic is going to be about, Aurora says they will triple, yes, they will triple their driverless truck network. So let's jump into this article really, really quick. Let me zoom in. So this article is brought to us by The Verge. Where'd this thing come from? All right. Go here. So Aurora says it will triple its driverless truck network. The company is at, I guess, is the company Aurora, or are they, I'm wondering, is the company called Aurora that has the driverless trucks, or is it a city named Aurora that they're doing it in? So I don't know. We'll find out. So it says Aurora says it will triple its driverless truck network. The company is adding new routes throughout the southern U.S., including longer routes that normally require brakes for human drivers. Let's see. What? Oh my goodness, what's going on here? You see something? What? See what I'm talking about? These sites are not loyal. All right, let's try that. Let's go here. All right. You want to play that way? Okay, I got you. I got you. We'll play this way. Let's go here. Boom. I win. I win. I always win in the end. All right. So it says, let me close it out. It says, Aurora. Just don't want me to be great. They do not want me to be great. Let's go to do that again. Overflow. We're gonna read this. You see, now I'm dedicated to reading this article. I don't even know why it's doing that. Like, this is so stupid. I'm so annoyed right now that these people won't let me scroll the stupid page. They don't even have an ad or anything like that. But why? Why do you do that? There is no reason for you to do that. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna find another site. I'm just gonna find. This is so stupid. These people are so. These websites are so stupid. Never use The Verge again. Never use The Verge again. Let's go with. Let's go here. Just can't find good help nowadays. All right, so let's try this again. Aurora driverless trucks completes 1,000-mile freight run without stops in 15 hours. Driverless trucks prove long-haul freight can run autonomously, exceeding human driving limits. So let's see what they have to say about that. Self-driving technology company Aurora. So Aurora is the name of the company. I never heard of them before. So they are the name of the company. Self-driving technology company Aurora Innovation revealed that its driverless trucks can now travel more than 1,000 miles, exceeding the legal limits for human drivers. That is crazy. Complementing this achievement, the Pittsburgh-based company announced that it has completed 250,000 miles of driverless travel with its trucks. The announcement was made via its X handle on February 12th. The question is, though, are these driverless trucks electric? Because I always heard the driverless trucks would A, be electric, and B, they would be really, really heavy. So an adaptation might be hard. This represents more than a technological achievement. It is the dawn of superhuman future for freight. Aurora co-founder and CEO Chris Urmson said during the company's earnings call. So also, what's going to happen to the truck drivers if this takes off, right? Aurora Innovation has deployed its driverless trucks, some with human observers on board, across routes between Dallas and Houston, Fort Worth and El Paso and Phoenix, Fort Worth and Phoenix, and Laredo and Dallas. Decoding the limitations and economics, 250,000 driverless miles on public roads and counting, with our fleet operating across our network, with which we are tripling to 10 driverless routes. We are demonstrating the value and reliability of our technology every day. The future of freight is moving fast, and we are proud. All right, anyways, whatever. So here's the thing, right? If the driverless trucks are safe, remember, what was the comedian who got into that accident with I believe it was a Walmart truck, and one of Walmart's drivers, who was pretty, I think was it Tracy Morgan? I kind of think it was Tracy Morgan, but does the driverless truck make it safer now because they're not going to be falling asleep, right? Aurora's driverless truck takes about 15 hours to cover a 1,000-mile journey. How fast are they going? Let me see. How fast are you traveling to go 1,000 miles in 15 hours? 66 miles an hour. 67 miles an hour. Fair. Okay. It says, according to the federal regulations, a driver can operate a semi-truck for a maximum of 11 hours. Furthermore, he needs to take a 30-minute break after an 8-hour journey to comply with regulations. Once drivers cross the 11-hour threshold, they cannot be behind the wheel for another 10 hours. Ooh, interesting. Which increases both the time required to carry freight and the cost incurred. The milestone achievement presents an upside for its clientele, which includes heavyweights like Uber Freight, FedEx, Werner, and Schneider. With transit times cut in half, Aurora Innovations has already added Hertzbach to its long list of partners, which will use the driverless trucks on Fort Worth to Phoenix route. That is pretty interesting. Let me think. Cuts the time. All they really need to do is be all they really are would be, because if they're just pulling the containers, all they really are is like the front part of the truck, which would be somewhat semi-cheaper, I guess, right? Let's see. All right. A glance at the finances. Aurora Innovation started generating revenue in April 2025 after deploying the first batch of driverless heavy-duty trucks for commercial use on public roads. According to the company's CFO, Chief Financial Officer David Madej, the company clocked an adjusted revenue of $4 million last year. So that is revenue. That's not necessarily profit. However, the company, see, I just said it. The company has yet to cross the profit threshold, having incurred a net loss of $816 million in 2025, up 9% from 2024.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
So that means between 2024 and 2025, they are over $1 billion in the negative. The massive losses are down to the company's continued focus on scaling its operations. So, see, I am not familiar enough. I wish I knew someone who in the truck. Actually, I do know a few people in the trucking business. Wow. I wonder what the cost is. Like, what's the cost of one truck, one route? Because is it not profitable because they are trying to scale and they're spending money on getting more trucks? Or is it not profitable because the cost that it takes to do the transport and the drive and all that type of stuff? Let's see, let's go to Gemini. Are driverless trucks not profitable? Let's see. While promise for driverless trucks is a massive reduction in labor costs, which typically makes up about 40% of traditional trucking expense, several significant profitable killers currently keep them from being a slam dunk for most companies in 2026. Here's why they aren't quite the moneymaker people expected yet. Massive upfront cost. The initial investment is astronomical compared to a traditional semi-truck. Sensor suites, LiDAR, high-definition cameras, and radar systems can add additional $10,000 to $30,000 per vehicle. Research and development, recovery, companies like Aurora and Kodiak have spent billions on software development. They have to price their virtual driver subscriptions high to eventually break even. How much does that cost? Computing power, running real-time AI requires high-performance onboard computers that are, that is a good point. That is a good point. The transfer hub problem. Autonomous trucks are mostly restricted to middle-mile highway driving. This creates a new expensive workflow. The handoff, a human driver must bring the trailer to a warehouse to launch hub near the highway. The autonomous stretch, the driverless truck takes it 500 miles down the interstate. The final mile, another human driver must meet the truck at a landing hub to navigate the complex city streets to the final destination. Profit drain. Maintaining these hubs and paying two different short-haul drivers often cancels out the savings of having no driver on the long-haul stretch. Oof. Okay, I mean, this is making more sense. This is putting it back into perspective. The software is super expensive. The subscription is super expensive. The onboard technology is super expensive. Makes a lot of sense. Legal stakes. If a driverless truck is involved in a fatal accident, the legal nuclear verdict could reach $100 million, potentially bankrupting a company in a single court case. Without a human to blame, the deep-pocketed tech provider becomes the primary target. Technical and operational edge cases. There are still many things a human driver does for free that a robot can't. And maintenance, a robot cannot hop to kick the tire, tighten a loose strap, or clear snow off of a sensor. Inspections, passing through DOT wait stations and handling paperwork with officials still require human-centric systems that aren't fully digitized or standardized across the state. And cargo security. Without a human in the cab, trucks are more vulnerable to cyber-facilitated cargo theft and physical tampering. It makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense. Okay. I'm with it. Let's see. So we read that. As of now, Aurora has deployed 30 trucks, 10 of which are operating autonomously. The company has also announced plans to grow the fleet to more than 200 trucks by the end of this year. So are they going for billions in losses then? Because they took in $4 million in revenue, but they're down $1 billion in net loss. That spanning 2 years. That is crazy. Let's see. In the second quarter of 2026, Aurora plans to deploy a fleet of driverless International Motors LT trucks without a human observer on board. Currently, the company uses BECAREFUL trucks for its driverless operation with a human observer present inside as requested by the truck manufacturer. Aurora's expansion is the driverless routes have been accelerated by a new software release that enables its self-driving system to navigate across different geographies and weather conditions in the United States. The company plans to expand driverless operations to 11 states. While the milestone highlights progress in autonomous freight, the long-term viability of large-scale driverless trucking will depend on regulatory approval, safety validation, and economic sustainability. See, I mean, it sounds good on one side, right? But on the other side, I don't know. Let's do a little bit quick, a little bit more research on Google, right? Are the driverless trucks battery powered or gas powered? All right. So it depends on the company's vision of the future you're looking at. Currently, the industry is split between traditional diesel and moving forward electrical battery power. The most common driverless trucks you see on the road today, like from Aurora and Kodiak, are actually traditional. See, that's what I was wondering. So they're still diesel powered, but they have been fitted to work autonomously. Interesting. Because the battery power companies like Tesla and Daimler Freightliner are building trucks from the ground to be both autonomous and battery. Much heavier would a battery truck or battery semi truck be compared to a diesel truck? In 2076, a battery-powered semi-truck is typically 8,000 to 10,000 pounds heavier. And now, if it's that much heavier, does that weigh more on the battery usage as well? So, like, the battery doesn't last as long? I don't know. All right. If you are a trucker, calling all truckers. What are your thoughts on this? Like, especially if you own your own truck, does this make you nervous that companies like Aurora is building these trucks that are making it like maybe taking away jobs, but they're not making any money? Do you have any trouble finding routes to pick up? And one more question to all my trucker friends. If this becomes popular, would you put the feature in to make your truck autonomous as well? So that let's say you're able to drive it manually, but you're also able to put it in autonomous mode, so like you can ride with it. So if you're able to do both with one truck, right? What if for that long way, for the long haul, you let the truck do it for you, and now to navigate through the city and stuff like that, you do that part. So that way you don't have to have like the middleman and all that short haul here, short haul there. You become the middle, like you do the whole thing, but you're able to let your truck drive for that 15 hours because you're not driving it manually. And then, so let's say you drive your 8 hours, right? You take your 30-minute break. You drive another 3 hours to make your 11 hours, right? And then you can't drive for 10 hours, but your truck can drive by itself for 15 hours. So you let the truck drive and you go into the back cabin, you take a nap, let it drive the long way, and your 10 hours are up and you're at your destination. You just fill in and you take it to wherever you got to go, drop off the load, and you keep it moving. Would that be, let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments, would that be a good middle ground where truckers can actually do more, can go further, faster? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. All right, let's get back to it. Let me see if there's anything in the comments before we move forward. Let's see. Junior says, "Yep, Tracy." That's what I was thinking. Tracy Morgan. He got into that accident with, I believe it was a Walmart truck and a Walmart truck driver. And let me see. Magnetar hits me with the Sith Coach Ralph.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I said that I believe the trucks, the battery trucks that they're building are going to be a lot heavier, because the same way like a Tesla and other battery powered cars are heavier because the batteries are heavier than the gas powered car. I said that I suspect that the trucks will be heavier as well. Let me see. The drivers get paid by the mile. But is it by the mile that the truck actually is it by the mile that the driver drives the truck themselves, or is it by the mile that of like the distance from the load, like from pickup at warehouse A and drop off at warehouse B? That's where the pay is being calculated. Because what I was thinking about, right, if you retrofit your truck to be an autonomous driving, and you need to go from Florida to, let's say, Chicago, for lack of a better place, and now let's say it's typically I don't know, let's see, how long from Florida to Chicago in a semi truck? About 2 to 3 days, while the drive time is about 17 to 19 hours. Federal hours of service is 11 drivers per driving per day, right? So if it's 17 to 19 hours, right, the driver is going to drive there 8, take a 30-minute break, and then drive another 3. So that makes it at 11 and a half hours, right? Now, could you have the retrofitted truck to drive the rest of the 6 to 8 hours for you, and then or however you want to do it, right? So then now you get there in less than 24 hours, and then now the driver picks up the rest of the way. So that's what I was thinking about. And to what you're saying, Magnetar, the driver, quote unquote, the driver or the truck itself should get paid the full however many miles it is, right? It's about 12 to 1,500 miles. So they should get paid for the whole 12 to 1,500 miles, not just the ones that they manually drove. That's how I would see it. And why does the company even need to know that the truck is retrofitted, right? The one that that's what I'm thinking about. Let me see what else we got. Let me see. It says, well, I have not heard of the Department of Defense giving military cargo to any company that uses these types of trucks. Yeah, it's very limited to who they're using right now. So I wouldn't, yeah. It says, ask yourself this: why would you want these trucks carrying explosives across the country? That is a good question. I would not want this type of truck carrying explosives. I wouldn't want someone who falls asleep on the wheel also carrying those type of explosives. But I would be okay with a hybrid, though. I would be okay with a hybrid. You guys know, like, all right, I'm gonna be honest, right? I am not a Prius fan. The new Priuses look pretty good nowadays, but the old Priuses, I could not stand them. And they always had the HOV lane on the highway, like on the little sticker, right? But they're hybrids. So I would be okay with a half self-driving, half human driving, half autonomous driving truck, right? Even if it's carrying explosives, my take. But there would always have to be a human in the car, in the truck. It says, I had a professor tell me that trucks are damaging to our infrastructure. Would these trucks help or do more harm? It depends. I would say that the diesel trucks, they're just being retrofitted with software, so it wouldn't make much of a difference. I would say I would say you probably have. Let me rewind that just a little bit. I would say that you'd probably get more movement and action to the with these trucks. So maybe damage in that sense because the roads are being used more. Now, if the electric trucks are 10,000 pounds heavier, then you're going to put a lot of weight on these bridges and these roads that weren't designed to be able to handle these heavy semis because of the batteries are that much heavier. So that's how I would see it. But I am not a truck driver whatsoever. I know a few truck drivers, but that's about it. Megner says people have been driving explosives around and across the country for years. That one says that's one of the current methods. Yeah, I'm sure they do, because they got to get around the country somehow, right? They got to get across the country somehow. All right, so we are going to jump. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna jump back into another segment. Let me give me a second. Let me fix something on the stream deck real quick. Let me go to that. All right, cool. We're good. So we're going to get into another working segment for tonight, or for this afternoon. We're going to get our mobile app. Can we get it? Because I don't think we need to do anything else with the mobile app, honestly. So maybe we can get it into the App Store, possibly into both. Let's find out. So we are going to go over and put up another 20 minutes on the clock.
Let's go! Let's go!
All right, so let's go ahead and go back over to here. And if I say, all right, so how do we do this? To use Flutter. All right, so Flutter run Dart. So Flutter, okay, so how to use. To the requested functionality is already implemented. You can switch between local and remote super-based environments by passing the env parameter when running the app. Remote is the default. And okay, so if we do that, so all right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and do, let me get a, I do want to try this as well. Oh, they don't have Gemini 3 inside of, that is weird. I thought they would have Gemini 3 here. Let me see. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well, so much for that option. Let's go to, all right, let's go ahead of me. Minimize that then. And let me open up my Pixel 8. And we have, all right, let's go ahead and, is my Pixel 8 not showing up over here? Oh, it's still just starting it up. There we go. All right, now we're gonna run the app. And this should be able to do it on the web, or using the super base that is in the cloud. Wait for it to start up. We're gonna need to create some. All right, let's go and do. Let's see if I can do. Put the password in. There we go. We're logged in. Something that I want to do as well If we go to here, do I have a name section for this? Let's go to authentication, display name. Let's do how do I update this? Can I update this? Oh, let's do that. Let's do that. Where would I update this user's information? I wanted the display name to show. Why can I update this anywhere? I have the user. I should be able to update that somewhere, no? Don't want to delete. I'll go to create a new user. All right, let's say how to update display name and Supabase. Let's see if we have anything. Adding user's name in the sign up. Can be updated in the profile table by having the update policy. All right, let's do that. Let's say table editor. We don't have a field for display name. All right, let's fix that real quick. It's our new task. We're gonna go back over here. Instead of it's not that serious. Let's do this. Let's just build the app, put it on Google for now, right? I want to let's build the app. We're just gonna build it because it's working, and I know that if we were to try to record on this device, then it was not gonna work well. So we are gonna go to terminal. And we're gonna say Flutter build app bundle. No pub spec or YAML file. ls cd ai speak precise. Oops. cd speak precise ai ls. No, where is it? Where is this thing? Where is it in the app folder? Oh, it's in the app folder. All right, cd dot cd app. Android Studio. What in the world? Studio projects. Speak precisely. CD app. And then we're gonna do Flutter. Upgrade. Let's do an upgrade first. Your Flutter checkout has local changes that would be erased by upgrading. If you want to keep these changes, recommend you stash. All right. Get status. Whatever. Let's do Flutter build app bundle. See if we have any issues doing that. And then when it comes to like testing it on remote devices, we'll use so we have a few options. We can do it through like remote devices over here somewhere, right? But then we can also build the APK and upload that to what do you call that? To Amazon's device farm. All right, the app is built. Let's go ahead and log into developer.play. I can never remember play.google.com. Let's go there. Log into that. Never remember console /0. All right, let's go over to here. Got the time cost calculator. Now, how do we create another app? Sorry. Don't quite know. Where do I create another application? Create app. There we go. And we can call this, let's call this Speak Precisely. If I can. Let's call it Speak Precisely Coaching App, right? Or Speak Precisely Coaching. Let's go with that. App. You can edit this on the app pricing page up until you publish. Once you publish, you can't change. Okay, this one is paid. Yeah, let's get that one. Let me see. Let's go with that. Sometimes I confuse the apps that I'm working on. So let's say confirm, accept US export laws, create app. I'm telling you, I take you through the whole process. Like, I haven't created a paid app yet, and here we are. We are working on it, right? Let's just go to upload the app. Like, we'll have to set all this up, which we'll get to. But to start off, let's go to close testing. Let's say we go to jump over here so I can upload the app. And let's go to internal testing to start off. And create new release. And I'm going to drop the bundle. Because I just want to get to it from my phone so I can see if I can use it there. So I'm going to go over to build app, outputs, bundle, release, app release. All right, I'm just gonna say if I can do open in Finder. That way I can just bring it to over here, go over here. I'm just gonna drop that in right there. Because I still need to set up all the little stuff, the image, which I thought about. I'm like, you know what? I just want to get this on the phone to see if it's actually working, if it's actually viable. And then we can start playing with everything else, you know? Release name. You uploaded an APK that was signed and debugged. You need to sign your APK. Okay. Okay. Learn more about signing. What's that all about? Sign your app with it. Okay. Android requires all APKs be digitally signed with a certificate before they are installed on a device or updated. When releasing app bundles, you will need to sign your app bundle with the upload key before uploading it to the Play console. Okay. This page guides you through some important concepts. Okay. Let's see. Generate. If you don't already have an upload key, which is useful for configuring Play app sign, you can configure one. All right, let's do this. Let's go. I'm just gonna copy this over here, and I'm gonna go over into Gemini, and I'm gonna say, or not Gemini, but I'm going into Kilo. I built the app bundle for Android to upload to Google Play, but I got this error at Google. And maybe Android Studio can walk us through this. I know I did it before for the time cost calculator, but that was 2 years ago and I've never had to do it again. So if we can't piggyback off that one, we're just going to have to create a new one. All right, we need to do this. What? Okay. All right, let's do that. Easy enough. Easy enough. Let it create the keys, and then we're going to build the app again. We're going to upload it again, and we'll go from there. All right, I've successfully configured your Android project for release signing. Here's what I did. Generated key store, created key properties, containing, okay, important. You should change the passwords later for security, but for now, this will work for building the release. Updated build.gradle KTS. Okay, you can now build your Android app bundle in release mode. All right, let's go ahead and do that again. Flutter build app bundle, and then we're gonna, because I just want to get this inside of the app store so that we can start playing with it on the actual phone. And if anyone wants to be, if anyone's on Android and they want to be a internal tester, just let me know and I can get your email added so that you can get the app and you can help me figure out what's going on with this. All right, so we have that. That's done. I'm going to try to upload it again to and release name. Is this so you can identify this release? It isn't shown to Google users. We suggest a name based on the first app bundle or APK. I would call this a alpha. Call it alpha. Release notes. Let me get some quick release notes from can I get some release notes that I can paste to that I can use for the what? Okay, it's there. It's there. All right, cool. That I can use for the release details. Hopefully it's not too long. So we get that, and we're gonna say feature focused, AI speech coach, concise. Oh, option 3. Let's go with this one for now. Let's go here. Lunch break. Oh, there we go. So I am just going to next. Goes through. Yep. So this one was able to go through version 1. All that. And when we get back, we will finish going through the process of setting it up and go from there. But time to go to break. It is time. See, I am respecting the audience and I'm respecting the breaks. All right. Respecting the breaks. So let's go to break and let's go ahead and check out what we have in the chat, which nothing new. Cool. Perfect. So now we're going to jump into our next break time. So do me a favor though, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, check out techcoachrock.dev. Like I said, I am going to be dropping 2 videos this week in the Patreon. One about the photography site that Junior showcased to us last week on Saturday for at Vibe Code and Chill. And the other one is going to be about a discussion that we had talking about the intelligence tax and how much it actually costs. And is it actually worth paying it? All right. So that's at techcoachrock.dev. Don't hesitate to sign up. Also, if you like this lower third that I got set up over here, check out MML Tech on YouTube. Subscribe to their channel. They're holding this plugin that I really want hostage, and they said once they get to 1,000 subs, then they're going to release it. It's going to make our live streams so much more fun. So I am pushing people over to subscribe to them. If you are a content creator, a live streamer, like you see this, like you see my lower third right here, that's from them. You see that voice meter that's happening at the bottom? That's from them. So and really other that they have over there too. So I'm telling you, you need to check them out. All right, that is MML Tech on YouTube. All right, but we're gonna be jumping into our next topic, which I know that Junior is going to find amazing. It's about someone training to be a licensed electrician, starting at $43,000 per year, and they say that they absolutely love it. So let's jump into this one.
I never for once thought I'd be in the trades as a kid. Never. It wasn't even a thought to me. The idea of becoming an electrician didn't even hit my mind until I started getting laid off from jobs that I thought were good jobs. And I started researching what careers, aren't gonna be replaced by AI anytime soon. And I landed on electrical because it was something that you can make a really good living off of, you get benefits. And also I like the idea of being able to work with my hands and still being creative in that sense. My name is Zen Stewart. I'm 34 years old and I make over $40,000 a year as an electrician in Raleigh, North Carolina.
And keep in mind too, this is in training. She's making $43,000 a year. I've spoken about the electrical field previously. One of my closest friends is an electrician. And I think when he started, he was probably getting paid like 12. Well, I don't know. That might be too much. Maybe it was like $12 an hour at the time. But he knew nothing about electrical. And the union where he did the apprenticeship, they took him from novice to expert, and they paid for his school. They got him employed. I think they paid for his certification, I would say, because basically everything came through them, right? Being a member of the union, and been working as an electrician ever since. I will say, this is the first woman that I have seen as an electrician. Do they exist? I am sure they do. I have just personally never seen a lady electrician before. That's just me. I've never seen it before. So it said that Zen earns about $21 an hour as a construction wireman and entry-level electrician. I will say though, Junior, that it's not much yet, but entry-level, just learning. Like, imagine getting $21 an hour for your first job in the field. She joined the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, or IBEW, in August 2025. I'm sure my friend's union is something very similar to that.
One of the main benefits of joining the union was the health benefits, because a lot of times working non-union, you don't really get that support and protection. I typically work about 8 hours a day, sometimes 10 hours a day, depending on the demands of the project and where we're at in the project.
So this is what you call splicing wires. Right now I'm wiring up a receptacle. So you always do the ground first, and then the neutral, and then the hot.
I'll typically wake up around 4:30 or 5, get up, brush my teeth, have my coffee, get dressed, and then I'll drive to the job site. The day-to-day for the commercial space would be running conduit, running wire, putting in boxes, setting up electrical fixtures, handling material. We'll be doing that throughout the day, and then typically around 2:30 or 3 is when we end the day, and then, I'll drive back home.
That sounds exactly like my friends, like what my friend went through when he was getting started and stuff like that. That sounds like getting off around 3, probably has class once or 2 times a week. They give you the books and everything like that.
Home, and then kind of reset for the next day.
Zen also posts about her work on TikTok and Instagram, so she's an influencer as well.
So I just started recording it, like, simple tasks and what it's like to go up in a lift and my day-to-day. And I found that, a lot of people were attracted to that. They think of an electrician or construction work and they don't really see the full picture. So I figured if I could shine my light through my perspective of how it is in my day-to-day, that could get other people interested in the trade. So there's a lot of things that I love about my job. I love that every day is different. I get to see things from start to finish. We'll come in where it's just completely dirt. So to be able to see that dirt go to an actual building and then being able to flick on the lights and seeing everything, come to life, I think that is so satisfying.
I agree 100% with what she's saying. I mean, I get excited when I change the outlet and I see it working. I get excited when I change a light, when I change a fan. So I can only imagine someone who's new to the field, and they are wiring, like they're contributing to wiring a whole building, regardless of your role. And the thing that's amazing about this is the amount that you can learn is out of this world, because electrical goes with, there's so many different parts of it, right? Knowing what type of like the breaker, I don't even know the terminology, right? But like how much amps for one thing, for like a fridge, for a stove, for the outlets, how many outlets are going to be on one breaker, how many lights are on one breaker, so many different things that is going through it, that they have to know what type of wire, if it's the yellow 14-2 or the white, whatever the numbers are. So many different things that you need to know. It's serious. Though she enjoys her work, Zen says she still faces hurdles as an electrician.
I'd say one of the biggest challenges is trying to navigate this male-dominated field as a woman. Like, yes, I feel safe and secure, but a lot of the times, because I'm a woman, I feel like I have to prove myself more.
Yeah, this is a huge part of our job, is bending the conduit.
A lot of the times I have to like tell them, it's okay, I've got it, like I can do it myself.
Sin grew up in Raleigh and originally intended to become an interior designer. I am gonna say that she probably made the better choice by going to becoming an electrician than an interior designer, because it's probably not that easy to find work as an interior designer. Let's see. Let's see, interior, salary of interior designer. Let's go over to interior designers in the United States earn an average of salary of $63,000 to $74,000 per year, 30 to 35, with top earners exceeding $100,000. Salaries vary based on experience, location, yada yada yada. Okay, so they make more than she's currently making, right? However, where to get hired as an interior designer? Interior designers positions are available at residential firms, high-end furniture showrooms, kitchen/bath specialists, and commercial architecture firms, with high demand in Florida, specifically Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach. Okay, let's see. Interior designer jobs in South Florida. Let's go to Indeed. Let's see, interior designer. Prestige Trucking has an interior designer for $70,000 to $90,000 with a 1.3 rating, looks like. Junior designer, PGAL in Boca. And I'm pretty sure all of these are like all these are probably like one role that they're trying to fill, if they ever do fill it, right? So the pay is high, but there's probably not that much opportunity for it, because let's see, college cost for interior designer, between 20 to 40K annually at a 4-year institution, with costs often exceeding $50,000 to $1,000 for a full degree, $50,000 to $100,000 for a full degree, right? Yeah, I would say go with the electrician. Go with the electrician. That's what I would go with. She went to a design school in New York for a semester but never earned a degree. That's how a lot of them
I
end up.
knew in my core that something else was out there for me. I didn't know what it was at that moment, but I was like, again, I don't want to keep wasting money on something that I knew wasn't exactly for me.
Zen spent the next few years working various jobs in web design, music production, and excuse me. That one came out of nowhere. Sorry about that. And telehealth. And that's typically like when you're trying to find, I think it's how old is she? Like, it said it at the beginning, but I forgot, but I'm not gonna go back to find out. She ultimately decided to turn to the trades to find a job that would be less affected by AI. Actually, what's gonna happen with electricians, they are going to be propelled by AI because the amount of data centers, maintenance that data centers are gonna need. What I love about electricians, plumbers, what else is there? Things of those natures, right? They will always be needed because guess what? They're gonna need to add new outlets. Old outlets are gonna go bad. Whatever is gonna get messed up, things need to get rewired. HVAC is the other one. Always gonna be needed, right? So she made a smart move. She made a smart move. All right, we read that.
I definitely considered the fact that I'm a woman. You do have to lift and do certain things that, you know, are physically demanding. So I landed on electrical because I figured I'd be able to handle that.
I think that's fair. I think that's really fair. Her mom connected with her company through electricians working at her mom connected her. Oh, okay. Her mom connected her with electricians working at her shop. Got it.
And that same day, I went over to their office and filled out my paperwork and pretty much got the job on the site. And I started working as a helper with a commercial electrical company literally that next week.
I have to commend her. And she's probably making some money off her social media content as well.
It's pretty much thrown out there. Like, I thought, you know, I'd get like this kind of like a weak cushion where they kind of show you everything you're shadowing. But literally my first day on the job, they had me up on a ladder installing bang-ons for conduit. And I was just surprised that I was literally just thrown out into the field and started working my first day, which I came to appreciate because you're getting paid to learn, and that's exactly what I was able to do.
Zen works for a union employer and is hoping to be accepted into the IBEW apprenticeship. Oh, okay. So she's not even in the program yet. She's trying to get accepted, and she's already. All right. So now, if she's not in the program yet and she's already making $21 an hour, $43,000 a year, you can only go up from there. It's her next. Well, that's it. It's her. I wish I would just say this stuff out. It's her next step toward becoming a fully licensed electrician. Yep.
So I actually take my aptitude test in March, so it's coming up pretty soon. And then after that, I believe it's about a month or so to when you get your interview date. And then after that is when you find out if it's a yay or nay. There's such a huge spotlight on the trades right now that there's a lot of people running to the unions, which is great, but it does make it a lot more competitive because there's so many applicants now.
An IBEW apprenticeship lasts 4 years, which graduates receive a journeyman's card. Yep, that's exactly what my friend went through. I think his was like, I think at that time at least, his program was like 5 years. But it was like you were working, and every year or however often it would be, you'd get a raise, and they would move you to different sites. So my friend, he worked at airports. Like he contributed to. Like he worked a lot with the Miami International Airport remodel that happened like throughout the years. I think he worked on at the time American Airlines arena, whatever, I don't even know what it's called now. He worked in so many different sites.
And they call it a golden ticket because once you get that, you could work anywhere in the US. So if there's a job in New York, I could sign the books for that and I could travel with that ticket and I could work any of the union jobs. That's a main reason why I decided to join the union as well, because, you know, the job search becomes a lot easier. You could earn a lot more if you do decide to travel because you get paid the wage of the journeyman in the state that you take the call in. Plus you get per diem. So you can make a great living signing the books in other places and traveling.
See, me, I'm not much of a traveler, right? But if I'm going to travel, it's going to be for work. It's not because I want to go see these mountains here and I want to go and see these people there and all that. If I'm going to have to travel, let me get paid for it. Let me get paid for it. Then eventually plans to travel to different parts of the US where union electricians command a higher salary. And to think about it too, like Raleigh, North Carolina, I don't know what the cost of living is there, but it's probably lower than a lot of other parts. So the $43,000 that she's making as in training, not even in the apprenticeship program yet, it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. She hopes to be earning about $175,000 a year within a decade. I would say this as well. These trades, it unlocks so many more opportunities because you can start your own business. You can be a handy woman in this case, right? Where you do electrical, like you can install fans for people. Like if you go onto, what is the name of that I forgot the name of the app, that website. I forgot the name of that website, but they have basically where you can hire people to do work, right? And you can put your prices like, oh, I need somebody to install this fan for me. Or Amazon, I think Amazon has it too. Like if you buy a fan off Amazon, you can say, oh, do you want installation as well? So she can offer her services there as well. So working her regular job, working like, and then doing entrepreneurship as well, or getting her own electrical business. Who knows? Like so many different opportunities.
I feel like you can make as much as you want to make as an electrician. It just depends on your drive and what you decide to put your focus on. So for anyone that's wanting to get into electrical,
that is 100% true. You can do whatever you want.
trade, I think that is a great step in the right direction. But the first thing that I would do is I would research as much as you can. And when I say research, I mean like going on YouTube and different social media platforms and looking at the different sectors of the electrical field, because each sector varies a lot. Don't let lack of experience be a block that keeps you from entering the trades. I know it can be kind of scary, especially, you know, coming into a male-dominated field as a woman, but it's definitely possible. You just kind of got to power through it and just take that first step. And then from there, before you know it, you'll have years of experience under your belt, and it kind of becomes second nature to you. So don't let lack of experience stop you from getting into the trades.
I'm with it. I love this story, and just showing people different routes, different options that they have to make real money. I think $43,000, Raleigh, North Carolina, in training is great. And the upside is so much, because guess what? Even if she doesn't get into the apprenticeship program, but she's doing a good job, they're probably going to keep her until she can get into it. And probably have some people who could put a good word in there for her as well to help her get in. I am pretty sure with this video that she made on CNBC Make It, if she does good on her tests, they have to let her in. They have to let her in, because she has been featured on the national media about her journey. And guess what? With the way that they're trying to get more women in these fields anyways. So that's an upside. That's an upside for her. So take advantage. So that's really cool. I'm happy. I'm happy to see that people are opening their minds to different opportunities. And electrical, not only is it AI safe at the moment, it's AI needed at the moment. All right, let's go ahead and check out the chat to see the thoughts about this. All right, so let me see. Junior says that's not a lot of money. The field is very lucrative though. Yeah, I think for the position that it is, it's a decent amount of money to get started. And I think what she's learning in the field as well is a lot more compensation. The knowledge that she's gaining, to me at least, the way I see it, right? She might be getting paid monetarily $43,000 a year. She's getting $100,000 worth of knowledge though. What it would cost somebody to go to college for a degree they can't even use, that's what she's getting on the job from real licensed electricians, people that she can, remember when you said working in the subway systems, right? You would go there an hour early to speak to the foreman and everything like that so that you can get some insight and learn how everything works. That is worth more than gold right there. So that's awesome. It says, Maggie says, if you stay with her parents, then that's pretty good. Yeah, I agree with that. If you stay with your parents, a lot of things are pretty good. Says, I started at $17 within a few months. We got a raise to 21. That's when I was 18 years old. See, that's what I mean. So there's a lot of options that people can follow. So Junior says, I'm not a licensed electrician though, just certified. Oh, I didn't even know there was a difference. I had no idea there's a difference. That's pretty cool. And a lot of math, a lot. We've been going through this bathroom remodel this past week, and the way that they work, I've done a lot of like remodeling projects with my uncle, and I'm watching the people who are doing the bathroom for us. So much math, like being off by a quarter of an inch makes a huge difference in these type of projects, right? Or let's say you could, let's say the wire that you would need to wire up a house, right? If you cut it too short, that wire is expensive. And there's different types of wire as well. So yeah, a lot of math needed for these type of jobs. Junior says, yeah, it's definitely a lot, which I have no idea what he's saying that to because I totally forgot. You guys know. It says 34. Yep, 34. Look at that. 34 years old. Really cool. Really cool. And sometimes we have to go through different. I want to do this. I want one of the most popular majors back in the days, as you're getting out of at least in community college in Miami, right? Was criminal justice. Maybe it was to become a correctional officer. I don't know. But the other ones, psychology is another popular one, right? So you go through different things, and then at least she settled on a good one. I think she settled on a great one, all right? Junior says nepotism. Look, I think nepotism is one of the best things in the world. If I cannot help someone that I am close to, that I'm friends with, to put them in a better position, then am I really that valuable? If I work so hard, and now I'm going to tell you this, I do think that they need to be able to do the work. But if I can give someone that I trust in and I know the quality of their work a leg up, I'm going to. Like my son, I have no problem with LeBron James helping his kids get into the league. Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, I have no problem with that. If they are good enough, you better put them to the front of the line. That's how I see it. That is how I see it. So Junior says, maybe one day I'll actually go get my license. Well, what does it take to get a license? Like, is it passing a test, or what does it take to get your electrical license? And what's the difference between certified? Let me see anything else. Magda says to Junior, so you need a lot of math for being in okay, that was for the electrical. Yeah. Wonder, let me see. It says everyone hates nepotism until it benefits them. No use listening to critiques of it. Look. What's the point? To me, what is the point? Now, if they're not qualified, that's one thing. But if they know how to do it, and you are at the position of putting them in front, the same way colleges, right? If you work for a college, they give like your relatives, or let's say your spouse and your kids, as long as you work there, they get to go there for free classes, free whatever, because why can't you, the work that oops, sorry about that. Why can't the work that you do benefit other people, that like people who you trust and that are close to you? So I don't think, what is wrong with it? What is wrong with nepotism? Like, why is that a thing? Anyways, let's continue. Junior says, I love nepotism. If you're at the park, right? And you and your kid, or not you, your kid and another kid falls off the swing. Is it nepotism if you run to your kid first to make sure he or she's okay, and then you check on the other kid? Is that nepotism? Like, don't we want to put the people who are meaningful to us in the best position to win? Now you have to make sure that they do what they're supposed to do. But if you can put them in the position to win, then you better do it. You better do it. All right. We are going to jump into one more segment, but we're not going to have another break after this. We're just going to wrap it up after this segment because I want to get this up and running. So let's go ahead and do this. Oops, let's go to here. And we're going to say one more 20 minutes.
It's time to do.
Let's go over here. And we have our app up here. We have the release notes. Let's say save and publish. Oh, wait. This release will not be available to any user because you haven't specified any testers for it. Configure a testing track to ensure that the release is available to your testers. All right. So let's say save and publish. This change will be published immediately. Changes usually occur. All right, let's do that. And let's say testers, and I am going to testers can join. Let me see if I copy this. I go to this, and I go to this app not available. If you've been invited as a tester, make sure you're all right. Let me see. Where do I? Go off the screen for a second. Let's do create email list. Let's say speak precisely. Testers. Let's go with my regular email. And I'll go with my gmail.com email. Let's say save changes, create the list. And if I go to details, try that again, maybe. Not yet. All right, where do I go to make sure these, you can add up to 100 testers. No. Releases. Oh, save maybe. All right, that's what I got to save. Haha, save. You gotta save it. All right, let's go, and now back over here. Refresh. That should show up. Okay, there we go. So now I can accept the invite. You are a tester. All right. If you don't have, all right, let me see if I go here. Oh, there it is. All right. So now if I'm going to copy this onto my phone, or I'm going to send the link to myself on my phone. I'm going to pull it up on my phone. Okay, what's up? And I am So I already have it on the phone actually, but that is the old one. I want to install it. Install again. All right, it's installing now on my phone. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, whatever. I'll show it you after. All right, let's go to, let me sign in. I mean, I guess I should, I don't know. Should implement OAuth at some point, I guess, to be able to like sign in directly with your Google or Apple account, but that'll be for later. I just want to see if it can work, if it works on the phone. All right, so we're logged in. Let me do this. Let me see, Droid cast, and we are gonna do. And let's see, is there a casting? All right. And if we go over to here, start now. And we go over to here. All right, cool. So now we are good. Let's go over to here and let's try out the app. So let's say record. While using that, we have placed the app on the Android Google Play Store in closed testing or internal testing so we can try it out. I see the pitch visualizer is not really working on the device, but it is recording and I hope the playback is going to work. We should be able to see this stored on the web Supabase, on the hosted Supabase and not our local. Anything else that we want to do? No, I think that's it for now. Let's go ahead and stop the recording. See, it shows up at some point, right? Let's check the play. We have placed the app on the Android Google Play Store in closed testing or internal testing so we can try it out. I see the pitch visualizer is not really working on the device. So that works. All right, cool. Let's analyze. And I want to see at the same time if, let me go check our Supabase. Supabase. Okay, we got our summary. Caught that. Practice reading a paragraph and deliberately pausing for 2 seconds after every period. Breathe deeply between sentences. All right, so that's good. Let's go ahead and check if. Let's see. Oh, look at that! Look at that. So it's working on the hosted version of Supabase. So that's good. That is really, really good. Exactly what we want to see. Let's see, limits, crutch words. I like it. I like it so far. So we do have to clean up the database to be safer, not to have like these unrestricted things over there. But the very first version of the app is actually working on Android. So this is internal testing. It's not even close to being ready to let me disconnect this. Actually, no, before we even do that, let me go over to, let's go over to here real quick. So this is how it looks on my phone. Let me show more, interactive transcript. I'm happy with it. 10 pauses, pace 173 words per minute. Clarity score 98. Filler words 1. Sure which filler word that was. Cool. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. All right, I'm gonna disconnect this then. Let's go back to go here. All right, so I'm gonna go to Gemini, and I'm gonna disconnect this as well. I'm just happy that we got this up and running. Disconnect. Okay. All right. Cool. We are gonna go to Gemini, and we're gonna go to. All right. Let's just do a new prompt. For the Speak Coaching app, I have uploaded the alpha version to Google Play Store, but I need some cool ideas for the app icon that incorporates let's just go with that. Let's just go with that. Let's see what they give us. Some cool ideas for the icon. You're moving into alpha phase of the speech coaching app. The icon needs to balance professional growth and dynamic energy of your Tech Coach Drive brand. You want something that feels modern and tech forward, but also hints at the vocal communication aspect. Here are 4 distinct visual directions for the icon: the signal flow, minimalist, and modern. This plays off on the idea of speech being transformed into data or flow. Visual, a stylized multicolor sound wave that transitions from a jagged, messy wave on the left to a perfectly smooth straight line on the or a double or a check bubble. That sounds boring. A digital mentor. Since you already have a strong coaching presence, you can use abstract geometry that mirrors a coach or guide persona. A minimalist chat bubble combined with a peak or mountain silhouette. The peak represents reaching your potential, while the bubble represents the medium voice. Vibe, inspiring and authoritative. It aligns with your tech barbarians or labs aesthetic included. All right. The voice command, focusing on technical side of the AI analysis. Visual, a sleek, glowing microphone. So far, I like that. But instead of a standard grill, the top half is made of a circuit board pattern or binary code. High tech and sophisticated. It screams AI powered and perfectly fits in a tech professional app drawer. Maybe. The Resume Flow companion. If you want this to feel like part of your existing software suite, like Resume Flow, use a consistent color. Nah, I don't really care about that. Pro tip for the Play Store: the squircle rule. Android icons are placed inside a squircle, ensuring your main graphic has enough padding so it doesn't get cut off. All right. Yeah, let's see what Nano Banana can come up with. Yes, can you create some mock-ups of the actual images? Let's see. Let's see what they come up with. Nope. 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 Maybe. Maybe. Let's go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here. And I am going to go to Run where log in should already be in there. Give me a second. Give me a second. Fair enough. Let's do a sleek glowing microphone, but instead of a standard grill. All right, let's see how that comes out first, right? And we will go with Flux Dev. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. I kind of like this one. Let me do one more. That one's not bad too, but I kind of like this one. I kind of like this one over here. Let's go to, let me see what else we have. I don't like any of these. I don't like it. Let me see. Can I get some more? Not crazy of the current suggestions outside of the microphone one. And I'm also going to say sleek glowing 3D real, let's see, 8K high definition photo realistic. See what that comes up with. It's all about your prompts. That's by realistic wrong. That one is a little bit better, actually. That one's a little bit better. Let's say, let's do lightning. Lightning. Around the microphone. Let's see what we get from that one. Oh, I like that one. I like that one. What do you guys think about this one right here? I'm liking this one. I'm liking that one a lot. All right, cool. Let's see what Google gave us anymore. Ugh, no. That one isn't bad, actually. That one isn't bad. What can you give me a description for the one that has the head with the I'll just give it that one that has the head. Let's go with that one. Neural orator. Let's see the visual concept. What if I copy this right here and I go to here and I say, see what that one comes up with? Maybe. That one isn't bad. I actually like this one a lot. What do you guys think about this one? What are your thoughts on this one right here? I like this. I like this one. I like this one. And I like this one. How do we put them together? I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea. But I like both of those. I like both of those a lot. Which one do you like? Which one do you guys like? I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm kind of inclined based on, let me see, where are the, let me see, take a look at the app. That's a tough one. I'm leaning towards this one, but I have to think about it. But I am leaning towards this one. Well, that's all she wrote. That is all she wrote, friends. I'm leaning towards the one with the brain, and because to me, I think that signifies better speaking precisely, thinking through your words, and being able to process that. I don't know. I'll probably go with that one. You guys let me know. Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit more at next week's Vibe Coding Show to see which ones you guys like, and we'll go from there. All right. But I am going to check the chat one last time before we get out of here, because I have Scrum Night in about 28 minutes. So I have to go get ready for that. Let me see. Check the chat real quick. Junior says, a licensed electrician can get jobs legally and is recognized by the state. Being certified makes you more appealing to the electrician, so you can work for a licensed electrician with you. Oh, okay. So licensed is, you basically, as a licensed electrician, you can have your own business for the most part, and you can go and bid for jobs. And that's why, like, the companies on their truck, they'll have like license, their license number as an electrician. But the certified electrician, they can work under the licensed electrician. So let's say Magnetar is a licensed electrician, and he needs, like, he has a company and everything like that, and he hires Junior as a certified electrician. He can send Junior off on the job to work under his license. So that makes a lot of sense. And yes, licensed electricians need to take a test and pass it. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, yep. Says, and you need to have 4 to 5 years of as an apprentice plus work experience. Makes a lot of sense to me. Yep, that's awesome. Says the head speaks into the mic. I just wonder if that's going to be too busy. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. Like, because I was like, oh, put the mic with it, but then that might be too busy. Junior says the mic. He likes the mic. He likes the mic better. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna decide, because look. I'm not the only one building this app. We are building this app. So if you guys like the mic better, I have no problem going with the mic. We'll go from there, right? But I like both. I like both of them a lot. I think to me, the head and the brain and the mouth, it signifies the goal of coaching you to think through it. But the mic does too. So we'll figure it out. And Magnetar says, as we were getting down to the wire. And you says, great. So thank you so much, Junior.
I appreciate you.
We are going to wrap it up. Dude, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate your help helping me get through this stream, looking through these stories, working on this app. We are getting closer and closer every single day to deploying it. And I'm excited about it. I love it. I love doing this type of work, I have to say, right? So it is what it is. It is what it is. Do me a favor as we wrap up. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know every time we go live and we drop new content. Do me a favor. I'm going to drop it in chat one last time, because I'm trying to get this plugin. All right. I'm trying to get this plugin because it's going to make our live stream so cool. But in order to get it, I gotta help MML Tech and his cool channel and his OBS plugins get to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm gonna do it because I want that plugin. I want that plugin. All right. So it might be selfish, but guess what? I'm helping him out. I am helping him out. All right. So I'm gonna drop that into the chat one last time. Do me a favor. Go ahead and subscribe to MML Tech. Help me out. Help him out. Help me out. All right. That's what I gotta say. That's what I gotta say. Let me drop it into the chat. And wait, what? Oh, there we go. And lastly, if you have not done so already, go over to techcoachralph.dev. Join us for all the cool stuff. I already said I'm gonna be dropping 2 videos this week. The first video is gonna be Junior showing off his amazing photography website that he's been working on. I think at next week Vibe Code and Chill, he's gonna show us the admin. So it's gonna be like a part 2. He's gonna show us the admin that he created so that he can upload pictures as he pleases and not have to wait for like 10 images per day, right? So that's the goal for next week. But I'm going to be uploading, we can call it part 1, where he's taking us through the idea, what he did, all that. It was a really fascinating conversation. And then later on in the week, I'm going to be posting the conversation that we had about the intelligence tax. All right, so all that good stuff. Check it out, and we'll go from there. But that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remember, tomorrow, Kind of Conversation, we're going to be talking about, it's going to be for QA engineers, right? What are you going to be doing in the age of AI coding? Looking forward to seeing you there at noon Eastern time, live on Tuesday night as well. But that's everything. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for subscribing to MML Tech Junior, YouTube Magnetar. Shout out to Rod Brown, which we will be getting his sound effects this coming Wednesday. I cannot wait. But that's it. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Spartans! What is your profession?
They think the machine never break. Sometimes the battery hit red. I ain't stopping, I'm just rebooting. Why the bounce back? Go! Eyes heavy like I'm lifting weight with my eyelid. Brain foggy, feeling like I'm stranded on an island. Coffee pot empty and the energy is silent. Fighting with the demons in my head, getting violent. Staring at the screen, but the progress isn't moving. Spinning on the wheels, tell me what am I proving? Body aching, bad breaking, losing all the grooving. Every single step feels like I'm just losing. Working 24, but the needle barely nudging. Feel like I'm a hammer, but the wall isn't budging. Burn on creepy, yeah, the shadow is a trudging. Doubters on the sideline, yeah, they always judging. Is it worth the stress? Is it worth the hypertension? Did I make the turn? Did I lose the dimension? Need a little break, need a little intervention. Before I crash out and I lose the retention. When I'm feeling fried, sucker to your sizzling. Vision getting blurry and the rain start drizzling. Muscle feeling heavy, motor vision and fizzling. Waiting for the steak, but I don't hear the sizzling. But I can't quit, now I can't to the flag. Even when I'm dragging and I'm feeling like a rag. Got too many gold packed inside the bag. Gotta push through even when I hit the lag. Just need a minute, just need to close the blinds. Disconnect the server, disconnect the lines. Lay the head down, let the body unwind. So I can wake up and get back on the grind. I'm burned out, but I ain't bowed out. No, just need a nap, then I'm back on the route. Told her high for a second, shut the world out. Wake up a beat, scream and shout. I can let them see me lose, I can give them that. They waiting on the crumble, waiting on the splat. My drive is too big, yeah, I'm taking it back. Just a power nap, then I'm back on attack. They sitting in the stands with a popcorn ready. Praying at my knees, but hoping I ain't steady. Wanna see the downfall, wanna see it messy. Wanna see me crash like a stolen Chevy. I see the side, I hear the whispers in the dark. Waiting for the flame to extinguish the spark. They wanna see the dog loot a bite in the bark. But I'm a gray white swimming like a shark. If I quit now, man, then win the whole game. If I slow down, they gon' tarnish the name. Gotta feed the fire, gotta feed the flame. Satisfaction that they seek is a damn shame. I ain't gon' give it to them, never gon' fold. Story of my fair is a story never told. My desire to win is worth my goal. Bigger than the hate that they tryna hold. So I take a rest, yeah, I hit the pillow hard. Reboot the system, put the ace in front of car. Keep the haters locked out, standing in the yard. While I recharge the battery and lower down the guard. Just for an hour, let the new runs reset. Wake up cleaner than I ever been yet. Ready for the war, ready for the threat. Gonna make them pay every single little debt. They want me to crumble, they want me to crack. But I bounce back like a rubber on the track. Sleep is the weapon, get the mind intact. Then I hit the gas, never looking back. I'm burned out, but I ain't bowed out. No, just need a nap, then I'm back on the route. Told her eyes for a second, shut the world out. Wake up a beat, scream and shout. I can let them see me lose, I can give them that. They waiting on the crumble, waiting on the splat. My drive is too big, yeah, I'm taking it back. Just a power nap, then I'm back on attack. Okay, I'm up now, white to cross the eye. Looking in the mirror, no more disguise. Demon on my shoulder, yeah, he finally died. Energy is peaking, reaching for the sky. Thought I was dumb and you must be crazy. Thought to burn out meant that I was getting lazy. Vision was blurry, now it ain't hazy. Pushing up Daisy, now I'm pushing Mercedes. Word didn't change, but the mind stay with flip. Got a new Mac and I put in a clip. Haters looking sick, yeah, they starting to trip. Watching me and sin while they sinking in the ship. Progress was slow, now I'm moving like speed. Planting whole forest when I planted a seed. Satisfy the want, satisfy the need. Made the competition turn around and bleed. I do it for the win, I don't do it for the likes. Coming up the mountain while you riding on trikes. Heading for the top, yeah, I'm planning the strikes. Running up the score, yeah, I'm racking up strikes. Turning the engine, failure's not an option. Turning every obstacle into adoption of a new method. Yeah, I'm swapping and I'm copying. Only thinking is the records that I'm popping. Burnout was a lie, it was just a little test. Put a head down, got a little bit of rest. Now I'm back stronger, pounding on the chest. Put me to the trial and I iced the question. Yeah, I'm wide awake now. You shouldn't have blinked.